This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea.
This is Voice of Korea. Dear listeners, now we start English language service of Voice of Korea from Pyongyang, the capital of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea.
Now we present the Immortal Revolutionary Paean, Song of General Kim Il-sung. Now here is the Immortal Revolutionary Paean, Song of General Kim Jong-il.
You're listening to VOK, Voice of Korea, News Now. The group for investigating the accident in the launch of destroyer got to a full-dress investigation into the serious accident that occurred at the Cheongjin shipyard. Involved in the accident investigation group were the prosecution and experts concerned. There was details underwater and internal inspection of the destroyer, and the results show that unlike the initial announcement, there are no holes at the warship's bottom, its right side was scratched, and a certain amount of seawater came into the structure of the stern. The accident investigation group reported the details of the investigation concerned to the Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea on the 22nd. The Central Military Commission of the Workers' Party of Korea gave instructions to the group on investigating the cause of the accident and detecting those responsible for it, saying that the degree of breakage of the warship is not serious, and the result of submersions right after the accident is an information necessary to take practical measures for restoration, but has nothing to do with the confirmation of the cause of the accident and the responsibility for it. Grounded upon the data for investigation made by the Accident Investigation Group, the judicial organ studied to go through procedures for detaining those clearly responsible for the accident first for investigation. Hong Gi-ro, manager of the Cheongjin shipyard, was summoned to the judicial organ on the 22nd. The Standing Committee of the Supreme People's Assembly of the Democratic People's Republic of Korea issued Decree number 1887 on awarding the People's Prize to the song Warm is the Love of the Homeland on May the 3rd, 2025. The decree noted that the People's Prize shall be awarded to the song Warm is the Love of the Homeland on the occasion of the 70th anniversary of the formation of the General Association of Korean Residents in Japan, or Cheongyun, which wonderfully sang of the infinite love and solicitude of the great leader Generalissimo Kim Il-sung for Cheongyun and Japan resident Koreans ideologically and artistically, and thus made an active contribution to encouraging their compatriots to be united with loyalty and patriotism and devote themselves to prosperity of the socialist homeland with their boundless reverence for the peerlessly great men Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, and Kim Jong-un, generation after generation. Officials and workers of the Namong Youth Chemical Complex are extending successes in the fertilizer production. The complex dynamically conducted a mass technical innovation movement conducive to increased production and economy, and thus increased the fertilizer production to 108% in May as against the same period of last year. The successes continue to be expanded thanks to the high enthusiasm of its officials and workers who have turned out to produce a lot of fertilizer needed for this year's farming. Factories and enterprises in the field of machine building industry are promoting the production of other equipment and mechanical products. The Ryongsan Machine Complex improves the skills of machinists and speeds up the production of a large compressor to be sent to an organ concerned. The Daean Heavy Machine Complex produces thermal power and hydroelectric generating equipment and parts for maintenance with main stress on the improvement of their quality. The Pyongyang General Electric Cable Factory 3-6 and different other units are turning out highly efficient machinery and equipment, parts, and accessories. The Simple City offshore farm in South Hamgyong Province has been wonderfully built into a model of aquaculture in the new era under the great loving care of the Workers' Party of Korea. Its officials and employees have reaped a good harvest of the first seaweed after its inauguration by directing efforts to turning out cultured shallow sea products relying on science and technology. They continue to expand the successes in gathering sea tangle. The number of winners of Model Worker Honor Prize is on the increase in the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. The prize was instituted in 1989, and it is awarded to working people who have long worked faithfully at their posts. This year, the prize was awarded to 110 of working people, including a worker of the Hunan Fertilizer Complex who has devoted himself to normal operation of equipment for scores of years. Central hospitals are intensifying the passing on technique for medical workers in regions. The Pyongyang University of Medical Sciences, the Korean Medicine General Hospital, and the Pyongyang Maternity Hospital are doing a substantial work to transfer advanced medical technology, experience, and methods for diagnosis and treatment according to the trend of development of modern medicine to the doctors and nurses at the Gangdong County Hospital in the city of Pyongyang, the Ryonggang County Hospital in the city of Nampo, and the Gosong City Hospital in North Henan Province, which are being built into precious creations of the regional development policy of the Workers' Party of Korea. It is a noble intention of the Workers' Party of Korea to make all the Korean people enjoy substantial benefits and care of the superior socialist health system everywhere in this country. BOK News, Pyongyang.
Now here's female quintet. We love your embrace best. Now here's a trumpet solo, My Blessed Life.
Now, please appreciate the song, Stars in the Night Sky. We envisage the eyes of Marshal Kim Jong-un, who will sit up this night thinking of us. We cannot forget his love that brought us up, staying up as many nights as the stars. Whispering my ardent wish to the stars, my mind is running to its embrace.
Now here's light music for pizzicato. Stars Whisper, 1, 2, 3.